Kingsborough's graduating class of 2023.
Try not to get them confused.
Rodrigo Sebastian Luna Aguiar.
Give me your card. Jeremy Rodriguez.
Yitzan Tarab.
Felicia Yejit. Felicia Yejit.
Sasha Thompson.
Libya Kershid.
Sashel Thompson.
Kevin Molina.
Mariana Oliveri.
Andrew Brady.
Yayu Chen.
Felicia McCain.
Adesola Donatan.
Anthony Kravitz. Richard Thomas.
Braylon Florentino.
Karen Fung.
Nicole Daly.
Jared Lynn.
Brian Martinez.
Sean Brady.
Kurt Havercom.
Stephen Gibbons.
Sonia Gonzalez.
Jean Guerna Bernard.
Carice Christopher.
Christopher Davino.
Victoria Jones.
Dejani Hightower.
Tasfia Angana.
Marilyn Jimenez.
Evelyn Joaquin.
Christopher Knight.
Jennifer Cortez.
Magdalene Paul.
Ricardo Forrester.
Natalia Chin.
Alex Cruz.
Yamilet Sintron.
Samantha Lundberg.
Gloria Gita.
Taslima Aiton.
Diane Green.
Justin Amari Ovina.
Rita Ijaz.
Nicole Wimbush.
Diora Mamatova.
Dracia Noel.
Haley Santana. Halimatu Diallo.
Patrick Lonnie.
Malia Trulak.
Tyreek Grit.
Julia Wallace.
Kevin Thomas.
Amaris Colon.
Kevin Galan Valiente.
Jermaine Greaves.
Brandon Mora. Daniel Dorr.
Emmanuel Rosario.
Leon Capper.
Uremi Hernandez.
Joanne Dorlazier.
Alicia LaRoche.
How do I say that? Majine Situt.
Cameron Shaw.
Yeah, Cameron. Yaya Muhammad.
Atina Hall.
Gloria Ahuyati Gutierrez.
Galo Erazo.
Christine, thank you. Christine Nagasi.
Shaquille White.
Jared Hicks.
Tiara Walks.
Lucia Wright.
Olivia Brown.
Leslie Delgado.
S. Francis.
Jacob Nelson.
Siham Hamoda.
Tiffany Finger.
Brenda Bolanos.
Michaela Matos.
Aisha Akram.
Rola Ahmad.
Justine Cox.
Isaiah Rodriguez.
Jennifer Lopez.
Tanasia Price.
Josefina Mendez.
Tiffany Boykin.
Charlene Henry.
Ashley Abreu.
Alexandra McCarthy.
Kayla Weeks.
Christine McNulty.
Kelly Cash.
Akira Frazier.
Gauda Simaitit.
Carlos Clemente.
Victoria Vorobyeva.
Shawnee Rivera Singletary.
Abna Malik.
Jennifer Caro.
Jasmine Johnson.
Chelsea Perez.
Brittany Velasquez.
Sharon Kwan.
Olena Dosenko.
Kevin Hutchinson.
Anna Ostrovsky.
Eric Skinner.
Malik Gordon.
Henry Martinez.
Evram Karatas.
Shania Devonish.
Joanne Feliciano.
Mariana D'Angelo.
Deborah Stewart.
Sarah Guzman.
Talisha Cambridge.
Amy Amon Mubi.
Ernest Carey.
Thank you. Hello. Savion Myers.
Alexandra Delagadillo.
Stephen Pena.
Sarah Dilton. Dillion.
Vasily Sergev.
Amber Williams.
Christopher Aziz.
Mark Combrand.
Joy Perkins.
Matthew Sirlech.
Felicia Baker.
Akil Johnson.
Mark Rosenberg.
Sarah Tomsky.
Matthew Jackson.
Cynthia Obi.
Jenna Dobson Panzarella.
Emily Asangbedo.
Galzara Mazuamova.
Rosario Gonzalez.
Randy Dukran.
Michelle Monsen Fuentes.
Lloyd Clother.
Marcel Castro.
Jabor Ford.
Dahlia Robles.
Karamadi Sano.
Edward Sutton.
Vincent DeCisco.
Angie Rendon Quecedo.
Sebastian Baldera.
Chelsea Madramoto.
Celine Hodge.
Sarah Chamberlain.
Diamond Catlin.
Patricia Sensurin.
Queen Carrie Flores.
Ali Bahari.
Miguel Chicasios.
Amal Bagali.
Okay. Salvatore Bassini.
Fatima Ahmed.
Thank you. Julia Russo.
Emily Kemi.
Menya Sayo.
David Balsam.
Dana Enge.
Nia Holland.
Marilada Martinez.
Almita Murphy.
Elsie Gubskaya.
Leslie Mitchell.
Laziza Tolkunova.
Christopher Kajigas.
Rachel Marshall Brown. Thank you.
Christian Rodriguez.
Luis Costantan.
Daria Hanjorba.
Bernard Hines.
Elena Rincino.
Anna Fierro.
Christine Ayala.
Genesis Santiago.
Jada Warren.
Rune Sektanan.
Janet Dupre.
Bernie Acevedo.
Naguan Evans.
Asim Husman.
Trisha Satya Bashnak.
Joey Bisono.
Jamie Shawan.
Jamal Fortune.
Alexis Quiroz.
Elisa Modeste.
Michaela Mitchell.
Shanti Steele.
Christine Joji.
Maria Son.
Alexandra Resnick.
Danmani Leah Ripping.
Sarah Babushkin.
Naisha Open.
Ciara Cunines.
Rodney Woods.
Karina Bella Ozararova.
Elton Song.
Marcus Okino.
Maribel Hernandez Carrera.
Elijah Gutnick.
Javada Deacon.
Stefan Viktorenkov.
Amira Meki.
Mahmoud. Bilal Mahmood.
Prudencia Tekupeltla. Sorry.
Michael Letman.
Jeriel Kaba. Thank you.
Melody Gallo.
Xenia McKenzie.
Nadlin Ramos.
Delasita Cabrera.
Jolisa Rodriguez Cuapio.
Trina Eastman.
Thank you. Ciara Lee.
Anthony Cafiero.
Kimura Paul.
Iman Murbak.
Sario Osuchiko.
Sterling Augustine.
Esperanza Tavares.
Nesee Soto.
Chelsea Alexander.
Eugenia Serchtik.
Odina Plummer.
Nestor de Leon.
Sane Singletary.
Matthew Vane Stettin.
Destiny Vargas.
Dejanay McDonald.
Shanae Walcott.
Miles Rosales.
Alexander Mesho.
Aurelius Asensio.
Christian Renderos.
Angel Thomas. Thompson. Sorry.
Thank you. Saeed Awauda. Gabriella Burns.
Samara Just.
Alexa Rodriguez.
Tamara Smith.
Jean Augustin.
Aisha Abduna Zarova.
Januario Garisas. Thank you.
Rosanna Alsrad.
Ashley Javasi.
Jasmine Daif.
Bijan Armstrong.
Arlene Vasquez.
Nelson Logan.
Claudia Dusa.
Briannis Ramos.
Natia Kandelaki.
Naomi Yeboah.
Paulina Bujak.
Samaya Moore.
Elena Stresna.
Amado Diallo.
Nadira Andrushko.
Aisha Ba.
Kamila Tursunbayeva.
Omar Shehu.
Dilshoda Casanova.
Anaya Hunt.
Farzona Abzalova.
Juliet Pabon.
Fioma Ofaya.
Jordan Orlando.
Samantha Ann Scopolitis.
Evelyn Romero.
Catalina Suarez.
Joseph Di Battista.
Khadija Mahdi.
Kevin Boone.
Olha Koretska.
Devon Flood.
Naima Booker.
Daniel Olhansky.
Janan Mutasa.
Mikhail Washington.
Laura Sermasan.
Biana Kaplan.
Yali Z.
Alexis Dober.
Yuan Tian.
Adriana Rodriguez.
Lolita Singh.
Angelina Rose Irwin.
Cheryl Ruth Padilla.
Kayla Bean.
Kimlin Rivas.
Elisa Lumshi.
Ani Arakelian.
Isabella Gonzalez.
Jabir Ahmed.
Nazaire Harrison.
Sonali Retemayer.
Daniel Leshenko.
Ahmed Entrak.
Mazen Hassan.
Anne-Marie Spreckles.
Justin Cott.
Brianna Santos.
Joshua Brook.
Zaria Harrison.
Ryan Ruiz.
Trevon Singleton.
Joseph Rengenstrike.
Valeria Negrete Lopez.
OJ Titus.
Kiana Patrick.
Jamal Jones.
Shaniqua Turner.
Amy John Hansen.
Ariana Thompson.
Rochelle Benoit.
Lauren Dorff.
Adelaide Owalabafana.
Natasha Pimentel.
Grace Yip. Jihua Chen. Rose Joseph. Carlos Castillo. Siobhan Edwards.
Kanika Pusey.
Shayeja Shannon.
Massimo Dijati,
Amir Ali,
Isaac Metallan,
Ozzy Ozlidiz,
Evelyn Rivera,
Fitzroy Johnson Jr.,
Nadia Bishare,
Rosa Navaleon,
Julie Broquima,
Alondra Conjuenos Morales,
Tamina Shaheen,
Alea Johnson,
Kimberlyn Giron,
Rachel Siren,
Sarah Kopolovich,
Pierre Vixama,
Shelly Ann Brown,
Keani Lewis,
Alexandra Herrera,
Yesenia Martinez Briones,
Lexis Martinez,
Abigail Cohen,
Chanel Cunningham,
Michelle Sheplevsky,
Samantha King,
Dante Taylor,
Adelina Babayev,
Adamola Ajayi,
Helena Elrai,
Tia Weeks,
Lev Maximov,
Jalissa Jordan,
Nicole Nieves.
Michaela Scavone,
How do you say that? Mitterrand Bouzy,
Angelique Fidel,
David Isaac Dubon Diaz,
Gabrielle Ramirez,
Victoria Hall,
Mona Alsaid,
Shanice Ali,
Ramada So,
Andy Ann Ellis,
Lisa Roxanne Augustin,
Samantha Toigo,
Venice McIntosh,
Ethan Vendrell,
Deogracias Acuete,
Elena Morales,
Elizabeth Mercado,
Dana Blount,
Tanisha Smith,
Abraham Phillips,
Natalia Tello,
Kiani Walters,
Andy Hernandez,
Elisha Aviles,
Gabriela Guerrero,
Kyle Williams,
April DeVlon,
Mandicia Decoto,
Matthew Maldonado,
Delora Eiffel,
Tani Awan,
Gianni Dingle,
Maya Clark,
Ashanti Campbell,
Miriam Dar,
Felix Gonzalez,
Nika Emerson,
Ariana Caraballo,
Queen Taylor,
Yara Barbosa,
Jamie Cordero Lopez,
Giovanna Sori, Jarika Clerge,
Makita McCallum,
John James,
Tarianne Laguerre,
Ravo Tappan,
Kiriat Navarro,
Adrian Manning,
Samantha Cafiero,
Ramaya Squires,
Aviana Stewart,
Jonathan Naim,
Safoni Florival,
Michelle Cortez Rodriguez,
Christina Bullen,
Ingrid Nieto,
Liz Dormidas,
Janelle D. Charles,
Bianca Sanchez,
Siwei Zhu,
Brandon Long,
Sui Chen,
Tiffany Carpentier,
Celso Gonzalez,
Hassan Mohammed.
Michael Zheng.
Hagar Elwan.
Oak Kant.
Shamika White.
Onyemechi Ndukwe.
De La Cruz Mukumova.
Natalia Shafarenko.
Akila Bandela.
Janet Reyes.
Nergin Sultana.
Nida Amjad.
Sadiq Khan.
Efinu Mada.
Farah Christine Dorselli.
Gianna Sikari.
Nazakat Bashir.
Evan Dowden.
Johanna Salima.
David Orlando Acosta.
Kayla Garraway.
Tabby Garcia Letsom.
James Brown.
Kira Nicole Laws.
Becca Giordiani.
Behind it. No, here. Here. Renee Hicks.
Tracy Lepore.
Maudie Selena Grant.
Jennifer Watson.
Xiaoying Chen.
Olayinka Akewashola.
Gina Lay.
Kim Lan Marin.
Vaya Chikradze.
Mina Alamari.
Lizzie Chauchani Sueli.
Verena Suriel.
Tamar Paichadze.
Saharaja.
Giovanni Carranza.
Francesca Romano.
Nia Bermudez.
Brandon Alvarez.
Jacquees Cody.
Rhonda Kwamina.
Roshima Parham.
Imani Scott.
Yesenia Oliveras.
Tanisa Ciar.
Nadia Begum.
Henry Millier.
Sabrina Rafrem.
Miss Love Alater.
Deborah Montalbano.
Celeste Lewis.
Kenny Chen.
Daniele Balsano.
Saran Diallo.
Kishandra Herbert.
Jessica Galvez.
Erica Douglas.
Armando Lopez.
Maya Evans.
Oh, what's her name? Joanny Forbes.
Fanny Fader. You have to talk to somebody else. Karina Muhammad Salvador.
Anna Sudakova.
Olga Semenuk.
John Doria.
Kira Amanda Wiggin.
Edhelson Valette.
R. Cameron Prillman.
Gelman Etienne Innocent.
Nkechi Chambers.
Janaea Cole.
Muhammad Ashraf.
Jermaine Williams.
Ricardo Lane Jr.
Tamia Phoenix.
Roberta Whitfield.
Lala Hamidli.
Anthony Barini.
Yuri Harbich.
Sardor Asadov.
Orion Barkley.
Jeremiah Lloyd.
Arnold Macabale.
Sajin Cassione.
Deris Curiel.
Selsabil Alhandash.
Marianne Avaryanova.
Lucia Pineda.
Concepcion Roncal.
Yadira Villegas.
Arturo Cortez.
Tramika Miller.
Isaiah Rodriguez.
Kelly Ruiz.
Yemi Victorino.
Olubuseo Benson.
One Camila. Juan Carmelo Vargas Cruz.
Faith Washington.
Oksana Galuborich.
Elizaveta Ulumbelashvili.
Natalia Basco.
Ani Iramashvili.
Ileana Martinez.
Tamina
Lydia
Bishanshuli.
Triarci. Stella Williams.
Ivan Lucero.
Deanna Tatum.
Kadeen Castillo.
Lee Hong Lin.
Naye Willis.
Lauren Alper.
Terrianne Alexander.
Maritza Otero.
Inobasi Harris.
Shanice Salisbury.
Abid Ali.
Vanessa Belfour.
Ikos Ibegkan.
Asila Gibran.
Mark Evans Pompolas.
Chanel Bradham.
Earl Smith.
Aliyah Bruno.
James Andujar.
Alexandra Mezador.
Dumani Liaping.
Ebony Taylor.
Bianca Usyk.
Christopher Mena.
Jose Ventura.
Roberto A. Hernandez Green.
Natalie Gomez.
Melissa Ruiz Diaz.
Lisberis Mota Tahara.
Caitlin Shanfroni.
Zulina Carrera.
Sally Baez.
Rosa Alcantara Antigua.
Clevester Ortiz.
David Zhang.
Amaris Cologne.
Hind Debbie.
Lisa Semple.
Haywai Mai.
Narabia Makins.
Ji John Woo.
Alexandra Emmerich.
Yang Chang Lu.
Sarah Sarve.
Umu Ba.
Dekisha DeCambra.
Deborah Webb.
Jasmine Zelaya.
Anthony Roach.
Simone Bernard.
Ruth Jones.
Nikisha McGregor.
Michael DeSources.
Niela Garcia.
Gubat Shirnose.
Elizaveta Samarina.
Melissa Zephyr.
Esteban Alevardo Jimenez.
Jimena Solis Cazares.
Justine Gabriel Remula.
Khalil Peters.
Sofior Khan.
Jean-Marie Bouquet.
Kevin Rosales.
Justice McQueen.
Joseph Mendez.
Minerve Menos.
Sadia Ali.
Promise Williams.
Janatul Fariha.
Thomas Zrake.
Ksenia Yermakova.
Dean Blafford.
Zakaria Chenoff.
Sorry.
Yones Taib.
Nara Alamari.
Crisbel Martinez.
Manar Al-Shalfi.
Alia Pierre.
Delaney Reyes.
Janelle Iver.
Eminal Bello.
Charmaine Williams.
Yasin Arafat.
Tyrese Grant.
Andrew Fody.
Candy Bowes.
Corey Noel.
Samantha Renee.
Kimberly Prescott.
Byron Aragon.
Kiara Andrade.
Vera Viskoskaya.
Ashley Hackett.
Tanisha Gerald Best.
Jonathan McCrae.
Gladys Francois Cadet.
Karen Wallace.
Hanal Latif.
Takia Daniels.
Christina Gorsonville. Jason Thomas.
Amira Ballot.
Nivelle Rivera.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our distinguished faculty.
Indeed. Nice to meet you. What? Everybody's ugly down. I know. The what? Really? Had a lot of
We're the echelon, the upper echelon.
not us.
I'm always in charge, you know that. That's my beret.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kingsborough's distinguished administration and honored guests.
Here, in the presence of candidates for academic recognition, members of the faculty of Kingsborough Community College, the Board of Trustees, and the Central Administration of the City University of New York, honored guests and friends, I proclaim the 58th commencement of Kingsborough Community College is now open. Today, we are gathered not only to honor the students who have graduated from this college during the past year, but also to celebrate all those past and present who have contributed to Kingsborough's noble mission. We know that this is the day for which you have all worked hard, and now it is here. Applaud or not. We ask that as participants in this commencement, you remain under the tent until the commencement ceremony is complete. This day is a celebration of your achievements, and we want you to share it all on social media. We encourage the proper use of social media during the commencement celebration, so please be respectful and do not disrupt the ceremony. However, feel free to post your content on social media. We invite today's guests to access the commencement program from your smartphone by scanning the QR code found on the ground signage near the guest seating area. And we invite everyone to feel free to post your content on social media. Be sure to tag @CUNY-KCC and use the hashtag KCCGrad2023. We now begin our program with our national anthem. Following the national anthem, the audience will please remain standing for the invocation by Father Michael Tadone, the KCC chaplain and of St. Bernard Church. For those who are able, please stand and join in the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Please rise.
Congratulations to all of the graduates of 2023. I wish you all the best. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous all.
Good morning, class of 2023. You made it. You lived through COVID. Probably many of you started your time here at Kingsborough during the pandemic, during the lockdown. And you made it. I bet you 5 years ago you did not know what the word asynchronous meant. So doesn't it feel good to graduate? How about a shout out to your families? How about a shout out to the faculty? As you were growing academically, athletically, emotionally, we encourage you to grow spiritually, to have a faith in God and a higher power, however you see it. We continue to invite you to grow in that way. And we pray. Lord, we ask you to bless the class of 2023 and all in the KCC community. And we'll end with this beautiful prayer of St. Francis of Assisi. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, let me sow pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. O divine Master, grant that I may not seek so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in forgiving that we are forgiven, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. Let's have an amen from everyone. Amen. God bless.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Una Clark, member of the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York, will bring greetings from the board. Trustee Clark.
Good morning. I am as excited as you are for today. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees for the City University of New York, I am honored and privileged to be here with you this morning. I think I'm here because I probably have the history of Kingsborough down pat. I was a member of the City Council and voted on the use of this land to develop this institution. So for every student, faculty, staff, family, friends who come through the gates, please know that this institution is here to serve the community. It is truly a community college. Please encourage everybody who needs to end up with a degree who came, because I know that this is also a community of immigrants, like I'm an immigrant, so I know the use of this institution and what it means in the borough of Brooklyn, but within the CUNY system. So again, let me just say to all the family members who are here present, I know that you had a word of encouragement for the graduate today. Whether you are husband, wife, mother, daughter, grandmother, everybody encouraged. And today you're walking away as proud as a peacock. So to the students graduating, let me hear you give a shout out to all those who supported you so that today is your big day. And because I'm a Jamaican, I'm going to give you a louder one than that. To all of you graduating today, to everybody within the sound of my voice, oh! And then if I may teach you a couple of words in a foreign language, we do it. All I know do it. And because you know do it, me there to congratulate you all. So this is our big day, and all of us who had something to do with the graduation for today, congratulations. So let me just shout out some presidents who are sitting up here, who are also part of the CUNY system. The president of Medgar Evers College, would you please stand? Medgar Evers is the crown jewel of Crown Heights. And the president of the Borough of Manhattan Community College. And me could say something to him too in another language and he wouldn't know what me say. So again, on behalf of the Board of Trustees and my own behalf and my own interest in this borough that have allowed me to not only be a student, a scholar, but to be a politician, to be a retiree, and to serve on the Board of Trustees for the City University of New York, it has been my honor and my privilege to participate fully in what America is, America should be, and what America must become. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce to you the president of Kingsborough Community College, Dr. Claudia V. Schrader.
Good morning, family, friends, faculty, and staff. Welcome to Kingsborough Community College's 58th commencement ceremony and celebration. I would like to extend a special welcome to the president of the Brooklyn Chamber of Commerce, friend to the college, and this year's commencement speaker, Mr. Randy Pierce. Once again, CUNY Board of Trustee member, Chief CUNY student advocate, and Brooklyn's own, the Honorable Una Clark. The president of the Borough of Manhattan Community College, and although he works in Manhattan, he always reps the Bronx very strong, Dr. Anthony Monroe. And the first woman president of our sister college, Medgar Evers, Dr. Patricia Ramsey. The remainder of the party will be introduced later in this program. But to the 1,802 reasons we are here today, wishing you a simple good morning doesn't seem to do justice to describing how you must feel right now. So I called my niece, brushed up on my latest slang, and I dug deep to find the right words. Graduates, great, awesome, valid, fantastic, super, boss, terrific, wonderful, outstanding, bussing, phenomenal morning to you. Congratulations. It won't be long now until you switch your tassel to the left side and become an official alum of Kingsborough Community College. Don't do it now. Not now, not now. But first I should tell you that since coming to KCC in 2018, I have used my presidential privilege to administer a final exam question on commencement day. Now, so far, I've had a 100% pass rate, and graduates, I hope to keep it up this morning. So as my mom would tell me, Don't embarrass me in front of company. So here's a question I have for you. Where Brooklyn at? So you clearly understood the assignment, and you understood it so well, I'm going to throw a second question in there. For context, I think you should know that LaGuardia Community College and Gutman Community College also have their commencement ceremonies today. The other CUNY colleges, like Medgar and BMCC, are in summer session, and it's only right if we show them some love. So like Biggie said, spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. So for extra credit graduates, because I need you to be very, very, very extra when you answer this last, the most important question. Where is the KCC class of 2023 at? That's what I love to hear. Graduates, I stand here today with more than just love. I stand here humbled that you decided to pursue your college degree at Kingsborough Community College. This year's Brooklyn's only community college is turning 60, and we are aging like fine wine. We are once again one of the top 10 community colleges across the nation. We stay on the list of the best community colleges in New York State. And most importantly, we are proud to be this incredible educational oasis in Brooklyn that provided you with the educational nourishment that you need to transform your life. In Langston Hughes' poem, Mother to Son, he writes that life ain't been no crystal stair. It had tacks in it, splinters, and boards all torn up. And I know for many of you, this higher education journey has not been a crystal stair either. And that's not fiction, that's facts. A pandemic, a lack of finances, lack of childcare, housing insecurity, loss of employment, underemployment, health issues, family responsibilities, and the worst challenge of all, self-doubt, made climbing those stairs to a college degree difficult at times. But KCC was built to support you and ensure your ascension. Whether it was the Women's Center, the Advisement Academies, the Office of Student Life, the Financial Aid Office, the Child Development Center, Career Services, the Access and Resource Center, Safe Zone, the CUNY Language Immersion Program, the Male Resource Center, SEEK, ASAP, or Accessibility Services, there was always someone willing to help you take the next step. So you kept climbing, and today you made it to the first landing. Now I have to be honest, class of 2023, I should say congratulations for making it up those stairs to the first landing, but all I feel right now is gratitude. I look out from this podium, and I wish everyone could see what I see. A beautiful sea of graduation caps and gowns. You take my breath away. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you to the immigrants, the dreamers, members of the LGBTQIA plus community, first-generation students, theater arts majors, cashiers, mothers, fathers, bus drivers, Starbucks workers, justice-involved students, history majors, PTA students, athletes, student government association officers, transit operators, Uber drivers, students who read my emails, business owners, students who responded to my emails, construction workers, nursing students, paraprofessionals, stay-at-home moms and dads, secretaries, waitresses, refugees, sale clerks, and each and every one of you. Thank you. Thank you for bringing your unique experience, perspectives and ideas, and authentic selves to KCC and into our classrooms and our offices. Thank you for pouring into us. We are richer because of you. Graduates, we are proud of you, but our pride does not and should not ever compare to how proud you should be of what you have accomplished and what you still have left to accomplish. Now, this is called a commencement because you are not finished. You are just getting started. You have a few more stories to climb, degrees to obtain, careers to master, and dreams to make come true. In the words of the notorious B.I.G., if you don't know, now you know. Now you already know you have an incredible village of family and friends gathered here today, in person, on the commencement lawn, and in spirit. The ones that took the load off your shoulders when you had to access all those work in the Blackboard folders. The ones that said, I'll pick you up at the last stop on the line, and we're there waiting when you got off the B49. The ones that understood why the paper you had to write had to take precedence over that party invite. And the ones that fed the kids and put them to bed because you still had 5 chapters that needed to be read. You know all the things that they did to hold you down, so please stand and show them some love and appreciation. Stand and show them appreciation, your family. You could do better than that. That part. Thank you. Now, graduates, you're going to get some exercise today. I'm going to keep telling you to stand up just to sit so we can have that dramatic moment when you stand up again. I want you to join me in thanking the faculty, staff, and other friends of Kingsborough Community College whose generous donations have helped many of you stay the course. Whether it was an emergency grant, a scholarship, items from our food bank, it made the difference for you. So let's show them our appreciation. Graduates, what I know and what you know and what a lot of other people know is that Kingsborough Community College is home to the most outstanding faculty in the City University of New York. As my niece would say, no cap. They mentored, challenged, supported, advised, guided, and helped you to get that graduation cap. Please, I know some of you are giving me the side eye because you got an F on that assignment. Newsflash, that F did not stand for fail. It stands for get focused. And that C, it stood for come on, you could do better. Your professors set high standards for you because they know you have it within you not just to meet the standards, but to exceed them. Please stand and bring the house down and show them your love and appreciation. So there's a saying where I come from, St. Croix in the U.S. Virgin Islands, that you never miss the water till the well runs dry. Grads, you may not know it now, but trust me on this. You are going to miss the emails, the appointments, the reminders, the guidance, the support and advice of incredible advisors, counselors, and staff at KCC. Please stand and show them some love. Finally, graduates, this needs to be said, and this may or may not come as a surprise to you. You know you had some haters too, right? But they were some of the best motivators. They strengthen your resolve and commitment to accomplishing your goal and following your dreams. And you should thank them too. You should also send them a link to the KCC application, along with a selfie in your cap and gown, and a text that says, this could be you. The late great philosopher Earl Simmons, aka DMX, once reflected, they don't know who we be. But KCC grads, we know exactly who you are. You are tenacious and talented, diverse and driven, fierce and focused. There are 8 of you in this graduating class celebrating birthdays today. Yep. And there are 15 of you who graduated with a perfect 4.0 GPA. Some of you selected KCC as your first choice, but some of y'all didn't want to go to a community college until you realized that it's much more affordable, that success is achievable, that the faculty and staff are incredible, and I can't speak for the other community colleges, but KCC is beautiful. Now you don't want to leave. Some of you came straight from high school, while others of you decided to try this college thing again. Like Shawnee Singletary. Shawnee, are you here? Please stand. It took her 10 years to get back to school, but she did it. Shawnee was working. Shawnee was working as a hairstylist in Connecticut, and she had a client, a professor at Yale, who became her mentor and encouraged her to come to KCC when she moved to Brooklyn. Shawnee, Dr. Crawley wanted me to tell you that she is so proud of you. I know that the eldest of our graduates, Mr. David White, is he here today? David? Well, David is 72 years young. Graduates, if you are in your 30s, 40s, 50s, or 60s and believe that age is just a number, stand and make some noise. I'm sure that Maudie Selena Grant, Maudie, where are you? I'm sure that Maudie Selena Grant doesn't believe that age is a number either. She started as a KCC My Turn student and now will be a KCC graduate. And she is also a proud mother of a West Point cadet. Graduates, I am proud of her, and I'm also proud of our veterans and servicemen and women too. Will all our veterans and active service personnel please stand? Please stand. Thank you for your service. You served our country, and now you get to serve yourself by earning a college degree. Is Mr. Alex Cruz in the house? Alex Cruz? Stand up, Alex. Alex shared with me that he made it to KCC against all odds, but he's determined to help others succeed like he did. So he's off to the College of Staten Island to earn a degree in social work. And you know who else is going to CSI? One of the best pitchers to ever take the mound at KCC, Francesco Bonvini. Francisco was recently named an NJCAA All-American. I know Jasmine Johnson. Jasmine, where are you? I know I saw you outside. Now you're too shy to stand up. It's okay. Jasmine Johnson is off to John Jay with the goal of becoming a forensic scientist. Tamaya Phoenix is off to York College to become a clinical lab tech. And Jacob Eisenbach is already at Brooklyn College on the path to becoming an industrial psychologist. I know that our Valedictorian, Shubay Falidi, is heading to Baruch College to study finance as well. Graduates, if you are walking out these gates and into the gates of a 4-year college, please stand and make some noise. Ruth Brown from Guyana. Where are you, Ruth? Let me tell you a little bit about Ruth Brown. It took her 20 years to get back to her goal of earning a college degree, and she did it. And I wanted to let her know that her father is looking down on her and that he's very proud of her. I also want to take this opportunity to recognize Amir Smith, a KCC student who would have been here today in person, but he passed away in November of 2022. But he is here in spirit. I would like to ask his mom, Sarah, to stand. He received a posthumous degree in maritime technology. Thank you for joining us, Sarah. Thank you. Today might be Verena Soriel's second or third time on campus. She was an online student in our CUNY Flex program and worked 2 full-time jobs. So online classes really worked for her. And now she's going to make this degree work for her too. Graduates, if you worked a full-time or a part-time or a full and part-time job while earning your degree, stand and make some noise. Michael DeSources Is Michael the Sources in the house? Michael, when you met me, you said you just wanted to be proud of yourself. Michael, you should be. And know this, we are also very proud of you as well. Graduates, if you are the first in your family to earn a college degree, like my Jamaican sister, Charlene Henry, please stand and make some noise. Look at you trailblazers, lighting the path for others to follow. But it's also time to chart a course for yourself. Whether it be transfer to a four-year college or entering the workforce, you will start this leg of the journey armed with a college degree. But don't get it twisted. Your degree is not a weapon. It is a tool. It comes with great power and even greater responsibility. It will help you to build bridges and tear down walls of intolerance. It will help you to fix the issues we are experiencing in our communities and break the cycles that are a detriment to progress. It will propel you to both the front line of many careers and the front offices of leadership. It is a tool that will take you to the next level while keeping you grounded in your purpose. It is a tool that would open doors, but you must do the work and walk through it. And when you do, grab someone by the hand and take them with you. Use this tool, your college degree, to make a difference in your life and in someone's life. Volunteer, extend a helping hand, and give back to your communities and your soon-to-be alma mater. This year, as I said, Kingsborough celebrates 60 years since its founding. As fate would have it, this year the musical genre of hip-hop is celebrating 50 years. And while we know the Bronx is the birthplace of hip-hop, we all know hip-hop was raised in Brooklyn. So, it is only appropriate to leave you with the words from the 21st century poet from Marcy Projects in Bed-Stuy. You're a KCC grad, baby. I just want you to know. It ain't where you've been, but where you're about to go. And I just want to tell you to be who you are, because with your degree, you certainly go far. Congratulations, class of 2023. It is my distinct pleasure and honor to introduce Mr. Randy Pears. He is the president and CEO at the Brooklyn Chamber of Commerce. Randy Pears joined the Chamber as president and CEO on September 9, 2019. He brings decades of workforce and economic development expertise and several years of executive leadership experience growing nonprofit organizations that serve the business community of Brooklyn. Most importantly, Mr. Pears is a friend of Kingsborough. He has been a valued partner and supporter. Please join me in giving him a warm welcome.
Thank you so much, President Schrader, Provost Russell, and all the distinguished faculty and guests that are here today. It is an honor and a blessing to serve as your commencement speaker this year. And I know all of Brooklyn is grateful for the leadership, your thoughtful leadership throughout the last several years as we face challenges never before faced by a borough, a city, and a nation. I do want to say, Dr. Schrader, you are no joke. When COVID hit and we closed down, you took Kingsborough on the road because I was with you, and you brought it to the people. And that's what it's about. Let's give her a round of applause. This extraordinary faculty, the sacrifices that you have all made, we can only imagine putting ourselves in your shoes, being both an educator while taking care of your own family situations, whatever they were through COVID. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yet here we are, having emerged from COVID stronger and more resilient and looking forward to a bright future for all. Well, good morning, graduates. I am Randy Pears, President and CEO of the Brooklyn Chamber of Commerce, and I am a proud CUNY alumni myself. I graduated from Brooklyn College in 1996, having done my undergraduate degree in political science, and I can honestly say that the education I obtained through CUNY truly laid a foundation for my future professional success. I, like many of you, were born and raised here in Brooklyn and spent most of my life here. I grew up in a time when Brooklyn was a very different place, not known as the dynamic place it is known today, but still very special nonetheless. In fact, my dad, who raised me on his own as a single father until I was 8 years old, he owned a bar right in Flatbush, on Flatbush Avenue and Avenue K. Yeah, Brooklyn. And then he ultimately became a sanitation worker, where he eventually retired from the New York City sanitation. I grew up in East Flatbush and Canarsie, and I graduated from South Shore High School. I had been working since the age of 14, and I worked all through college, like many of you. My college experience at CUNY was nothing like what many of you faced, however, the last few years. COVID threw you a curveball, and there was really no playbook for how to approach a global pandemic as students. In my professional world, leading the largest chamber of commerce in New York State, there was no playbook for us either. And as we saw many of our businesses in our community shutter their doors, and some have closed permanently. But Brooklyn itself, home to 62,000 businesses, 84% of those businesses have less than 10 employees. Brooklyn is a small business economy, yet it is these small businesses that make up the lifeblood of our neighborhood and our communities. Think about your barbershop, your bakery, your restaurant and cafe, your corner grocery store. At the onset of the pandemic, we saw many of our small businesses close, and we stood relatively helpless to support them, given the need to shut down the economy. It was a difficult time for all of us, but put yourself in the shoes of a small business owner who all they had was their business as a means to support themselves and their families. Many of these businesses were owned and operated by immigrants, and many of them were family-owned businesses. And through it all, a sense of resilience still permeated through the small business community, and many did persevere. Fast forward to last year, 2022, as we emerged from the depths of COVID, Brooklyn was leading the way in terms of New York City's economic recovery. Now, this was partially because we were not reliant on office workers coming back to office buildings, coupled with some creative ways to stimulate local commerce through programs like open streets, outdoor dining. Brooklyn itself, it emerged as the economic engine for recovery and growth. In fact, we have seen a record number of new business startups in Brooklyn over the last 2 years, a significant number of these entrepreneurs coming from our communities of color. The data tells a story, and as president of Brooklyn's leading business association, I am proud of how we contributed to the recent success. We pivoted, a word used quite often, but for us it meant adapting the core of what we do, helping small businesses through promotion, support, and advocacy to fit a new reality. We amplified our messaging to serve as the voice of the small businesses by telling a story of what was happening on the ground. And the stories were heart-wrenching, but they had to be told if policymakers were to understand the support that these businesses needed. On the financial front, we crowdfunded new resources to provide funding lifelines for small businesses who couldn't access federal or any other means of support. And when we started to reopen the economy, we designed and launched a small business recovery program that was modeled off of a case management approach, delivering outreach, assessment, and recovery plans directly to the businesses where they were at. I am proud to say that the model we designed was funded citywide and now includes all 5 chambers of commerce in New York City. And since 2020, the program, when it was first launched, it has served over 30,000 businesses citywide and over 11,000 businesses in Brooklyn alone. Pivoting, resiliency, reimagining, recovering. COVID has brought a deeper meaning to these words. And each of you, no doubt, has your own COVID pivoting story. Each of you had your life upended in some way. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe your education was delayed. Maybe you yourself faced COVID. And some of you, unfortunately, may have lost someone close to you that you loved due to COVID. If that is you, you have my sincerest condolences and prayers. But I know for a fact that your time here at Kingsborough College has prepared you for the next chapter and for you to contribute in a greater way to your families and to your communities and to the economy as a whole. Kingsborough excels at providing the areas of practical study that are in demand, sought after by employers throughout Brooklyn and beyond. The nursing program and the allied health programs are second to none. And mind you, healthcare is the largest sector of Brooklyn's economy. The programs in computer science and digital technology are in demand throughout New York City, fueling the fastest growth in tech outside of Silicon Valley. From culinary arts and criminal justice to engineering and hospitality, whatever your course of study, you are better prepared today than when you started your academic journey. Truth be told, it's an employee's market. So for those of you whose next step is the job market, we welcome you. Actually, we welcome you desperately, as many area businesses still struggle to find talent. And for those of you who are going on to continue your education, we wish you continued success on your academic journey. So no matter how you were impacted over the last few years, no matter how you pivoted, here you stand. You have reached a major milestone in your life, and you have done so through the most extraordinary of circumstances. You are to be congratulated and admired for your own resiliency and perseverance. The degree you now hold helps to tell the story of resiliency. It is part of the story that demonstrates that light still shines even during the darkest days. While dreams can be interrupted, they can never be denied. Appreciate those who have been there with you for the journey. Your parents, your grandparents, your spouses, your partners, your friends, and in some cases, your children. They too deserve to be congratulated and thanked. Thank you again to the amazing faculty and staff at this institution that has went through so much, yet they never wavered in their mission to educate and to mentor you. As each of you move on to your next phases of your life, cherish this moment, cherish this day, and never forget the life lessons that this challenge has taught you. I cannot promise life's journey will ever get easier, but with each experience, with each milestone, I guarantee you will grow and develop into a better version of yourselves. With that, congratulations, continued success, and many blessings.
To bring words of inspiration to the class of 2023, please welcome Imam Mohammed Tariq Zin, Youth Coordinator at the Islamic Society of Bay Ridge. Imam.
Ladies and gentlemen, parents, graduates, I want to say peace be unto you, all of you. And I'm honored and privileged and most importantly humbled to stand before you today. I want you guys to give yourselves a big round of applause. Now, I have the very difficult job of inspiring a bunch of people who woke up every day for the past 2, 3, 4 years and fought to get an education and finally have reached the point where they inspire us and where they have succeeded. So allow me to tell you guys a story. Let us connect over a story. That is the only way I can find to inspire you. 14 centuries ago, a man by the name of Muhammad who was a political leader, a father, a husband, a spiritual leader, a man who had many different roles, walked the streets of Medina. And as he walked in the streets, he saw a young child playing with a beautiful sparrow. And so he asked him, Ya Umayr, ma fa'ala nughayr? How is your sparrow? And the child would laugh and tell him about all of the silly things the bird did with him today. The bird would follow the young boy everywhere. And the next day he would walk again and see the young boy playing with the sparrow, and he would ask him, how is your sparrow? How is your bird? And the boy would tell him all the silly things yet the bird has done that day. And on the third day, he did the same thing. He walked and found this young boy sitting silently without the sparrow. And he asked him, Ya Umayr, O little one, what happened to your sparrow? And he told him it had passed away. And so he sat with him and he held him and they sat there in silence. Now some of you are wondering, this is a graduation. Why is this guy telling us a sad bird story? We want to laugh. This is a day of joy. How about I tell you about a trait that will help you find the joy in the saddest of times. Find happiness during grief. Find the light in the darkest of time. No matter what role you play, no matter where you go from here, no matter what level of academia you achieve, no matter what level you achieve in the corporate world, in the business world, in the political world, across all the roles that you're going to play one day, maybe as fathers and mothers, as husbands, as sons, as daughters, as wives, no trait matters more. No personality trait matters more. Nothing beautifies any of our relationships, any of our connections in this world without mercy. Showing mercy, kindness, and compassion would save the polarization that we see here today in our United States. Would allow us to do away with much of the grief and the sadness that we saw over the past 4 years. Mercy and compassion beautify every single action we take, every step towards our goals, towards our dreams, towards our achievement. Without mercy, without compassion, without kindness, all of it falls apart. And so if you take nothing away from today, if you forget the sad bird story and be happy, I hope you are all happy and enjoying this day. I hope that you always remember to show mercy to others. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, class of 2023.
At this time, Dr. Keisha Thompson, professor in the Department of Behavioral Sciences, will deliver greetings to the graduating class on behalf of the Kingsborough faculty. Professor Thompson.
Greetings to our honored guests, faculty, staff, family, friends, well-wishers, and most importantly, to the graduating class of 2023. When I was first asked to do this, I was immediately excited, but then I thought for a moment, this means I won't be able to sit with my friends. Hi, friends. So graduates, my friends and I, leading by example, want to impart on you the importance of kindness and being good citizens of the world by positively impacting those with whom you share time and space. We want to encourage you to always persevere. You've been taught to work hard, and that hard work pays off and comes with rewards. But sometimes, life be lifing. And you don't get that expected reward. This is when you typically dust yourself off and try again. But I want to encourage you to sit for a while before you get up. Evaluate your journey thus far, and maybe invite a friend or two to sit with you before you figure out your next steps, because there has to be next steps. Most importantly, though, I want you to trust your process. And yes, it is your process and not the process. Your journey and capabilities are unique to you. And while life at times may be difficult, overwhelming, and filled with pain and sadness, life is not impossible. This brings me to another lesson I want to share with you, and that is the importance of self-care and being present in your own life and story. Can somebody say main character energy? Self-care meaning those acts of kindness that you give to yourself. It is not an event like a trip to the spa, salon, a restaurant, or a vacation. While those are nice, self-care should be a lifestyle and not an event. So please, eat breakfast, drink water while minding your business, and speak words of affirmation and aspiration to yourself. Affirmations will remind you of who you are. You are a graduate of Kingsborough Community College. You survived the pandemic while pursuing your education. You lost loved ones along the way, and you honor their legacy by being the best version of yourself today. Aspirations will help you focus on where you want to be. You are a college graduate. You are able to provide for yourself and your loved ones. You are that doctor, lawyer, manager, chef, nurse, best version of yourself. I want the graduates to take a moment right now to simply inhale and exhale. Take a look around. This moment is all for you. You probably woke up at a ridiculous hour, and judging by those hairstyles and the full beat on some of your faces, I know you started this process a few days ago. Under those robes are outfits that are as amazing, fierce, and unique as only a KCC student can be. And those shoes. You probably had to drive or direct your family members here. Some of you are on your phones right now, talking about, I'm in the middle of the 5th row on the left. Because this moment is also about your family members. Special shout out to the aunties. Hey, auntie. You show up at all the milestones looking great and screaming the loudest. And graduates, hold on to that. Because in life, your cheerleaders often propel you forward. But this moment is about you and your achievement. So take a moment, soak it all up, and take a bow. You did that. There's so much that I want to say to you, but most importantly, the world is a different place because you are in it. How are you going to make it a better place? Recently, in preparing for my father's funeral, we thumbed through what seemed like hundreds of old photographs. He was a truck driver and a security guard for most of his life. His education did not go past his mid-teens. He worked hard and he loved people. We saw countless photos of him, as my brother said, with his arms stretched out around us. And there were so many photos of various graduation days, both with his kids and his grandkids. He worked long hours, sometimes shifts back to back, just coming home to sleep and go again. But he never missed a graduation, always dressed to the nines. I am his legacy. A little girl raised in the countryside of a small island in the Caribbean who would eventually come to America and help her mother clean a psychologist's office on the weekends. As a teenager, gets the privilege of earning a doctorate and teaching you. Just like many of my colleagues, we, meaning the faculty, staff, and students of this institution, are beyond our ancestors' wildest dreams. We are their legacy. What will be yours? In closing, I would like to leave some thoughts with each person here today. Faculty, institution, while we may not have or ever have the audacity of our students, we also didn't all have these fictitious bootstraps that are often mentioned. What we did have in CUNY was free tuition. We need to return to a place of having our students graduate without debt. family and friends, while you may not always understand the world that your graduates are navigating, stay by their sides and continue to be their cheerleaders. And graduates, I want you to have another moment now to inhale and exhale. Take a look around at all of your supporters. Take note of this moment that is for you and all that you have accomplished. You see that good feeling you're experiencing right now? Commit that to memory. Any door that is open to you, any room that you enter, any seat you take at the table is yours. You have a right to that space, and don't let anybody make you feel any different, because as the saying goes, you are not chicken back, you are oxtail. Let this moment always be a reminder that although life may be hard, it is not impossible. Let this moment in time always serve as a reminder that no matter what life brings your way,
then we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Professor Claudia V. Schrader.
I didn't realize there was a DJ back there. That means I could have been playing music. I was singing and he could have played the song. Okay, all right. I'd like to take a moment to recognize the people seated on our stage. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. I'm pleased to present our Grand Marshal and Professor Emeritus, Dr. Edward Martin. Please stand. Vice President for Enrollment, Dr. Johanna Rivera. Dean of Faculty, Dr. Gordon Alley Young. Vice President of Student Affairs, Dr. Sharon Warren Cook. Once again, faculty speaker, Dr. Keisha Thompson. Our valedictorian, Damien Neziawand. Salutatorian, Shuaib Fadili. Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost, Dr. Joanne Russell. Once again, the CEO of the Brooklyn Chamber of Commerce and our commencement speaker, Mr. Randy Pears. CUNY trustee, the Honorable Una Clark. Kingsborough Early College Secondary School principal, Dr. Tracy Murrin. Okay, Tracy, I see you. President of the Borough of Manhattan Community College, Dr. Anthony Monroe, once again. President of Medgar Evers College, Dr. Patricia Ramsey. Vice President for Finance and Administration, Mr. Eduardo Rios. Vice President for Workforce Development and Strategic Partnerships, Dr. Simone Rodriguez. Vice President of Institutional Advancement, Dr. Nancy Lee Sanchez. General Counsel, Ms. Beth Douglas. Youth Coordinator at the Islamic Society of Bay Ridge, Imam Mohammed Tariq Zain. Kingsborough Community College Chaplain of St. Bernard Church, Father Mike Tadone. Rabbi Ephraim Zaltzman, Young Israel of Brighton Beach. Executive Chief of Staff and Deputy to the President, Ms. Nadine Brown. Dean of Institutional Research and Strategic Planning, Dr. Colleen Davey. Executive Director of Human Resources, Ms. Gila Rohr. And Assistant Vice President and Chief Information Officer, Asif Hussain. I also ask the following persons who are not seated on the stage to please stand and be acknowledged. All senior administrators, please stand. KCC Foundation trustee, and members of the KCC Alumni Association. I would also like to acknowledge all those people whose diligent work makes today's ceremony possible. The members of the Commencement Committee, our faculty marshals, and the dedicated members of the Departments of Public Safety and Buildings and Grounds. Thank you so much for your work. It is now my absolute pleasure to present Senior Vice President and Provost, Dr. Joanne Russell.
Thank you, President Schrader. In today's commencement program, there is a list of student awards. The recipients of these awards have already been honored in presentation ceremonies. However, I call your attention to a select group of students who, because of their outstanding academic achievements, have earned membership in Phi Theta Kappa, the International Community College Honor Society. Will the members of Phi Theta Kappa stand? Thank you. It goes without saying that the interaction between faculty and student, that very special learning experience, lies at the heart of this institution. So it's fitting to recognize those individuals whose dedication to the education of our graduates has made this commencement day possible. The Kingsborough faculty. Will the members of our faculty please stand? Thank you. It is my pleasure to recognize a unique group of Kingsborough graduates. These students have been part of the college community since they were in 6th grade. I am speaking of the students of Kingsborough Early College Secondary School. These students, by completing a very special and rigorous curriculum, will graduate this year with both a New York City high school diploma and a Kingsborough Community College associate degree. Will the graduates of the Kingsborough Early College Secondary School who are receiving Kingsborough degrees today and their principal, Tracy Murrin, please rise to be recognized? Congratulations. I now have the privilege of introducing the student who has earned Kingsborough Community College's highest academic honor, the valedictorian of the class of 2023, Damien Niswand. Before I call Damien to the podium, I'll share a brief overview of his journey to Kingsborough. Damien grew up in Minnesota, and because of a series of personal challenges and crises, he barely graduated from high school. After relocating to New York and during the pandemic, he had an opportunity to reflect on his life and took the first step in pursuing his education by applying to Kingsborough. At Kingsborough, he found supportive faculty and staff who were dedicated to helping him succeed. He became involved with the college community and held leadership roles as the chapter secretary of Phi Theta Kappa, the International Honor Society, vice president and secretary of the Media Club, and a member of the LGBTQ+ Alliance. He was on the Dean's List for 3 consecutive semesters and was awarded the Dean's List Scholarship in fall 2022. Damien was also a Point Foundation Community College Scholar and the recipient of the Gladys Brooks Scholarship. He did all this while working part-time as a nanny to 2 elementary school age children. He is graduating today with an AS in liberal arts after earning a perfect 4.0 with an A, actually an A+, in every class. He is planning to pursue a degree in psychology at either Brooklyn College or NYU. It gives me great pleasure to call Damien Niswand to the podium to deliver his address to the class of 2023.
Thank you, Dr. Russell, for that lovely introduction. Some of this is going to sound a little familiar to you guys, but I'll promise not to do too many repeats. Thank you, and a warm welcome to all the faculty, family, and friends who came to witness today's graduation as a final act of support in our Kingsborough careers. The fact that I'm in a position to give this speech at all feels like nothing short of a miracle. Before Kingsborough, I was not what you would call a star student. Throughout high school, I grappled with undiagnosed ADHD and bipolar disorder, leading to years of self-sabotage. I spent a long time considering myself a failure. I stopped planning for college at some point during my sophomore year, thinking that my struggles meant that I had no place in an academic environment. And if we're being honest, it would be a miracle if I lived to see it. I think I spent more of my junior year wandering the halls or hiding in bathrooms than I did in a classroom. At the meeting where I was meant to finalize dropping out entirely, the guidance counselor brought up the idea that I could transfer to a low-stakes alternative school for my senior year. So I did. When it came time for graduation, some people sprinted over the finish line. Some people crawled. Personally, I sort of tripped and fell over it. After graduation, I resigned myself to the idea that I'd spend the rest of my life working minimum wage. I had so many dormant passions, but I didn't believe I had earned the right to explore them. It took straightening out my medication regimen, a cross-country move, and a global pandemic to change my mind. Applying to Kingsborough felt like the first step in a journey I'd been denying myself for years. I was terrified that my old fears of not belonging would be proven right, but I knew that I owed it to myself to try. While I didn't know what to expect when I first enrolled, I immediately discovered an incredibly supportive and attentive environment. After my time away from school, I needed a gentle reintroduction, and my professors met me where I was. It was such a relief to have access to a faculty genuinely invested in my and all of our success. So thank you to every professor that we've had over the past 2 years, especially those who've let us haunt their office hours, responded to our frantic 2 a.m. emails, and took a genuine interest in our personal progress even after the semester ended. And while I could stand up here for hours mentioning the contents of my entire transcript by name, I want to especially thank Professor Processional, who has been one of my biggest cheerleaders over the past year in every aspect of my life, and Professor Sawyer, who noticed my passion for psychology and personally made me aware of the research opportunities CUNY offers its students. I would not be standing here without your support. The honors program and the faculty who run it have also made an incredible difference. Professor Posey encouraged me to put myself out there for scholarships, fellowships, and grants. Due in part to her influence, yesterday I got to ferry home 5 student awards. You don't have to clap, but it's nice that you did. Being validated for my achievements in this way has fundamentally changed the way that I view myself as a student. Kingsborough encouraged me to dream about the future again, And I dream big, from a bachelor's degree to a doctorate to my own clinical practice. All of this requires many more years in academia, but that idea no longer fills me with dread. Instead, I am incredibly excited for the future of research and learning and growing that I have in front of me. The person that I am today, full of joy and passion and confident in my place here, would be unrecognizable to who I was in high school. I truly became myself at Kingsborough. My passion for mental health advocacy led me down this path, and I know that it will end with me spending each day helping others transform themselves in the same way that I did. But the people here helped me light the way. And as influential as Kingsborough has been in my journey, I also want to take a moment to thank the people at home who helped me carry the torch. So thank you, Mom and Dad, for keeping faith in me when I had none in myself. It was hard and scary for so long, but you always knew that I had this in me. I'm so glad I can finally prove you right. And thank you to my partner, Parley, for holding my flashcards, weathering each and every pre-final breakdown, and bragging more about my accomplishments than his own. To my fellow graduates, I know that my story is not unique among you. Every single one of you has overcome your own hardships in order to be here. Some of us had our educations disrupted by COVID. Some of us did drop out of high school. Some of us are veterans, or parents, or returning learners. I wish that I had 2 more years with all of you to learn about your individual journeys, but what I can tell you is this. The fact that you are standing here today is a triumph. Nobody is here because their path has been without obstacles, but you showed up. You did the work. In a world that is all too eager to discount students that don't follow the traditional path, you refuse to give up on yourselves. Whatever you do, wherever you go, keep that fire. Keep that faith. Take it from someone who cannot get those years back. Do not waste time worrying if you are strong enough or smart enough or good enough. You made it here. You are alive and you are doing your best. You are enough. Your drive to succeed will carry you further than you ever thought possible. I know that in a college environment, we all got accustomed to the pass-fail dichotomy. When you cross Oriental Boulevard for the final time after you leave today, leave that in the classroom. In your life after Kingsborough, you will reach yet more obstacles. You will face challenges, and sometimes there will be setbacks. Do not consider these moments failures, and do not allow them to dim your light. Take them as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become the kind of person who can get back up and push through. Remember that no time spent improving or recovering is ever wasted. The time will pass anyway, and you will be stronger for it. The journey never ends. It just takes a detour every once in a while. On that note, I want to leave you with a line from Tony Hoagland's poem, Memory is a Hearing Aid, which my partner shared with me when I was limping through my senior year, and I've held dearly to my chest in all the difficult moments since. I can almost hear the future whisper to the past. It says that this is not a test, and everyone passes. The tests are over. It's been an honor to pass with you. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Come grab you by the wrist, direct you where to go.
So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned.
And now for the most significant part of today's ceremony. President Schrader, students of the class of 2023 took a variety of paths to arrive at Kingsborough Community College, many directly from high school, but many others after years out of school, many from right here in Brooklyn, but many others from distant nations, many with a native knowledge of English, but many others speaking a different language. But come they did, different in background, but united in their pursuit of higher education. Now they come before you as petitioners for degrees which they have earned. During their years of study, they have attained distinction in scholarship and in campus citizenship. On behalf of the faculty, it is my pleasure to present them to you for the official conferral of their degrees.
Will the graduates of the class of 2023 please stand? You have successfully completed the requirements for the degrees of Associate in Science, Associate in Arts, and Associate in Applied Science as prescribed by the faculty of Kingsborough Community College of the City University of New York, registered by the University of the State of New York, the State Education Department. By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York, I hereby confer upon you those respective degrees with all the rights, privileges, obligations, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. In testimony thereof, you will receive a diploma bearing the seal of Kingsborough Community College and signed by the appropriate officers of the Board of Trustees, the university, and the college. Will the graduates please move their tassels from right to left of their caps? Congratulations, and you can be seated.
The benediction will now be pronounced by Rabbi Ephraim Zaltzman of Young Israel of Brighton Beach. Will the audience please rise for the benediction?
Thank you. First, a few short words. Thank you, President Schrader, for the honor. Once again, my personal round of applause for all the graduates. Congratulations! We're all looking for tips for success. I'm 51 years old. I'm still looking for tips for success. So I'm skipping some pieces here. So when I was a young man, about a quarter century ago, all right, when I moved to this neighborhood, I became the Rabbi Young Israel of Brighton Beach, and acting as the rabbi in Kingsborough in March 1999. And the representative here in Kingsborough from Chabad Lubavitch. And so this fellow asked me, why did you come here? Why did you move to this neighborhood? I was looking for an apartment. So I told him what I do. He says, I'm trying to inspire people, this and that, a rabbi teaching. So he told me something which I remember to this day. He said, you're not selling Judaism. The fellow that's selling insurance, he's not selling insurance. You're selling yourself. That's what he said. And I think what he meant was that the world is full of people that are interested in themselves. A person, however, who rises higher and is sincerely interested and tries to improve the lives of others has much less competition. In Psalms 89, written by King David around 3,000 years ago, it says, Olam Chesed Yibona, the world was built, i.e. created by God Almighty Almighty's kindness. And the world was created for us to practice kindness. When we practice kindness, we imitate our Creator. In today's times, when so many people are anxious, struggling with depression, a kind word can go a long way to brighten someone's life. We here at Kingsborough, we don't have to go too far. The faculty here that teach with dedication, with kindness. President Dr. Schrader to visit students at their homes during COVID. I never heard of such a thing. And the visits still continue, I hear. And the monthly emails, you feel right here today and all year round, you feel the kindness in the ear. So this is very special and comes from the leadership. Tonight is the Hilulah, the day of passing of the Lubavitcher Rebbe, my mentor of righteous memory. From 1986 to about 1992, he was born in 1902, so that's from his mid-80s up to almost age 90. He would stand on his feet for 6 to 8 hours straight on Sunday afternoon, known as the Rebbe dollars. He would give out dollars for people to give to charity. And it was a chance for some people to ask for a blessing. And many, many miracles came from that, but a lot of it is on YouTube. And so CNN once asked him, what is your message to the world? And he said, we all should increase in acts of goodness and kindness. And that will bring redemption to the world. So, let me just conclude with the benediction from Tehillim, Psalms 121. Shirla mal sasa'inai lahorim me'ain yove ezri me'ima dinoi ese shemayim v'aretz. A song of ascents, I lift my eyes to the mountains. From where will my help come from? My help will come from the Lord, maker of heaven and earth. Adonai yishmarcha mikol ra yishmeres nafshecha. Adonai yishmar tzeischa uveyecha me'ata v'ad elam. The Lord will guard you from all evil. He will guard your soul. The Lord will guard you going and coming from now and for all time. Once again, congratulations and mazel tov.
If I'm over here, it must be near the end, so you're very lucky. Please be seated. I would like to take a moment to send our best wishes for a speedy recovery to Dr. Cliff Hesse. Dr. Hesse has been the Grand Marshal for these proceedings for many years, and his attendance is missed. Feel better, Professor Hesse. Now, graduates are reminded to follow the faculty in exiting the tent, and the audience will please remain standing until the academic recessional has left the area. Would the class of 2023 and all who are able please rise? On this 21st day of June 2023, Kingsborough Community College assembled to award degrees to students who have successfully completed their courses of study. Now that those students have been recognized and their degrees officially conferred, I declare that this 58th commencement ceremony of Kingsborough Community College of the City University of New York is closed. One last thought. We welcome graduates and guests to join us at Memory Lane, located in the Quad, for photo opportunities. Congratulations.